All right, you clicked on and you're probably thinking Lorelei, Dreamless, Hecate. No. That's like saying my favorite Pokemon is Charizard in the big 2026. You basically just did the equivalent of going to a fancy restaurant and getting nuggies. You gotta expand your palate, and that's what I'm here to do. We don't have a Valentine's date, twin. Yes, we don't have a Valentine's date, and you're gonna see why I'm alone by the end of this video. Starting things off with Jue. I think this is kind of free. The first thing you need to consider is its size. When you're doing the boss fight, Jue is huge, but during Jinshi's animations and when you use the Echo, Jue is smaller. Which means you could have a giant dragon that you could ride in more ways than one. Like, have you considered a pocket Jue? I'll let your imagination take it from there. On top of that, when we fight, we see Jue knows how to handle a blade, so obviously they could handle your... I mean, half of Jue's animations are coil around Jinshi, so who's to say Jue can't coil around your... chest minute. Alright, we've seen Frieren, so I don't need to say anything else. No, I lied, I will say more. What people don't understand is you need to jump in completely. Like a Venus flytrap, you gotta let it consume you. Also, if you let it close completely, bro, just goes back to normal. Everyone on the outside will think everything's fine, and you get to die in peace. Also, like, I saw them doing this to each other. I'm not sure, like, I'm sure it tickles somebody's fancy, I guess. Chop chop! Chop chop. Alright, like, I think this is kind of self-explanatory, I think. Two big hands says it all. Male or female, you can never go wrong with giant hands. Joystick or leverless, those hands are finding the G button. Oh! And also, there's a chance bro just grabs you and just, like, eye beams you. But this is actually him just overstimulating every single nerve ending, causing them all to fire off. He does fusion damage for a reason. The only thing that's melting is your mind. The thing as well to consider is, if the main body is out of commission, those hands are not stopping. Also, like, look at Brody's animations. Look at how dapper he is. Okay, bro. I see you, homie. Okay, Dodo, honestly, the whole reason this thing is here is, like, I saw this video for Ark Survival. I don't even play the game, but, like, he obviously understands something I don't, so, you know, the Dodo's here now, I guess. Klamath. Honestly, they were gonna go higher, but they kept refusing to break the ice, so pissed me off. So I'll just gloss over it. Handlebars for support while the trunk does the business. Sort of like a used car salesman. Not sure what the correlation is. That's just the voice line that popped to mind. If you're daring enough, you can substitute yourself for the ice. Look at this technique. This is better accuracy than most dudes. Also, these are probably like ice pheromones if you're delusional enough, I guess. If you're the one going on the offensive, it probably sounds like... And once it's all done, you get to lie on their back, so I think that's a pretty good deal. The false sovereign. They're slime. Look at how they're moving. They could change between a solid, a liquid, and nothing. Like, at this point in your life, have you ever considered every hypothetical of a slime creature? I might have to question your imagination. My slime needs to be a girl. Dude, if it's your Echo, you could make it change if you ask, probably. And if it's the enemy, just bully it until it changes shape. Now, since it's slime, it can do quite a bit. Like these tendrils, for instance, they could play with a certain scientific joystick. Huh? Or it could be that one scene in Spider-Man. You all know what it was doing to Peter under those sheets. Also, when it switches to the ground, it's gone. But, you know, it could probably just fuse with you if you're freaky enough. Also, there's nothing stopping them from just sitting there and letting their tendrils and slime do all the work. This one's a little personal. See, this is the enemy I fought when I was doing my level 1 dungeon challenge. Using level 1 dungeon, I fought this thing for 20 hours. I've died so many times, screamed so many times, but after seeing how it handled dungeon, after seeing all its animations several times, I came out a different man. The hatred started to distort into something different, into something stronger, and each time I see this, I feel my heart palpitate. I'm not sure if it's jealousy, envy, or longing. No, but at this point, I would absolutely... That'd be... The Shadow Stepper. This is the golf baddie. You remember those cartoons where the golf characters and how they slowly rewired your brain? That all led to this moment. The hair covering the eyes, the dark magic, the allure. The Shadow Stepper, when they appear, they just appear out of nowhere. You could be going about your day and then her arms are wrapped around you. Also, look at these attack animations. These arms, they probably manifest from another dimension. I have no clue what's going on in there. Let me tell you, I'm hoping one of these arms drag me in, and I'll make sure I give you a detailed report if I ever come out. The Lioness of Glory. This is the complete package. You asked for no pickles? Oh, she's speaking up for you. Look at those curves. Look at that majestic form. Look at the tail, the fluff. Those arms will keep you safe. She's handling that weapon with one hand. Who's to say she can't handle your... Under that fur, I am telling you, those muscles are so well forged and sculpted. Archaeologists centuries later will question how Lord Arbiter managed to make them so perfect. This checks off every single box. Did you know you could come up here and just chill? This is how you're supposed to be spending your Valentine's Day. This is what you're supposed to... This is how it should look. Not sitting here watching this video with me. Oh, but I'm not watching this video on Valentine's Day. Actually, I had a date on Valentine's Day, and I'm watching it the day after.
Finally awake.
You're so cool, bro. You're so cool. Whatever. Oh, hello? You're being recorded and you're on speaker. Alright, very important question for science reasons. You obviously know I'm going to ask you, what is the most crackable echo in Wuthering Waves?
Okay. Decent addition. It's got to be Hyvatia.
Okay. And is that because that's the closest thing you could get to Nana?
Pretty much. Back up though. The Havoc Dancer Echo that I use on Frolova.
Okay. So you're saying Zip Zap would not be number one?
I'm saying Zip Zap's not making the list.
The Zip Zap? You don't understand. This is the key to infinite power. It's like plugging a power strip into itself. You need a partner with electric powers. If you're done with business, guess what? You defib it back. What? But you need blood manipulation to make the blood flow back. No! Where is your faith in the Zip Zap? If they can restart complex machinery and infrastructure, they can restart your complex machinery and infrastructure. The real magic is when you have two of them. One for each family jewel. One running a positive current and the other one running a negative current. And then you're just... No! What? Slip these puppies into no man's land and they're gonna be in for a hell of a ride. Alright, wait, okay, hold on. But the lioness, the one for Lupa, that one's like top 5, right?
Yeah, of course, no doubt.
Okay. That is the only reason I could call you twin then. Okay, alright. Good looks. If you made it this far, thank you. And times are getting too hard. Please try one more time. Or if you're a masochist, I hope she forces you on a Valentine's date next year. Alright, see ya.